Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and good afternoon as well. We are dialing in from Bahrain, so it's just turned from good afternoon to the evening. Tarik is joining from Dubai. So firstly, thank you to all of you, the ICAP Digital and Assurance Board, headed by Khurshid, for putting together what's been really a very informative session delivered by a very impactful assortment of highly accomplished people. So I'm delighted to share the stage with them. The session I'm facilitating today is titled Role of a CFO in a Digital Organization, as Zaid already introduced. To set the context, we have heard a number of speakers talk about the mega trends, how they are impacting the world at large, and more particularly, we're here to discuss how they impact the role of finance and audit professionals. We have already heard quite a bit about the technologies and tools which are enabling the same. Through this session, I hope we will bring out a bit more on other aspects which also need to be considered. So I think already some of the panelists in the last session and Mr. Nadeem and the speakers before have already touched on this. But what I have with me today, Tarik, who I've had the pleasure of knowing for a number of years now. And Tarik is the CFO of a digital organization, Microsoft, which is already enabling the change for many other organizations. So imagine this power of change being available to you, and you have to start with your own, putting your own house in order. So what I was really impressed to see a number of years back now was how Tarik and team are already enabling this change through leveraging the power of technology and really, going beyond that. So with that, I would like to welcome Tarik. Tarik, if you are on speaker now, can you please introduce yourself very briefly? Is there anything that's been missed out that you would like to add?
No, thank you. Can you hear me, by the way?
Perfect.
Okay, good. No, thank you very much. I mean, first of all, I would like to really thank you for the invitation to attend. It's really an honor for me to be part of this webinar. Pakistan, I am from Morocco, but Pakistan is also a country that is close to me. I visited Pakistan a couple of times in the past, so it's always great to be here and of course sharing my own experience on digital transformation. And by the way, it has been so far a very exciting session, because a lot of the stuff that the different experts here have shared are really resonating. I heard a lot of stuff around mindset, a lot of stuff around what about the jobs, how jobs are transforming. I also heard about learning SQL, which is true. We can even go beyond, which is going to Azure. Learning Azure is even going further with cloud solutions. But no, very happy to be here, and I'll be very happy to share our own digital transformation, because as a finance organization, I have to say that we have gone through a lot of the topics that have been discussed. Let me share here with this audience our own experience as finance professionals at Microsoft.
Fantastic. No, thank you very much for that, Tarik. Let me I'm conscious that time is short and there is a lot which a person like you can say. So without losing further time, please can you summarize for us what are the challenges that you faced as a finance function and you typically see other finance functions facing? Already speakers have already highlighted some of those challenges, but it would be nice to hear that from a digital organization perspective as well.
Definitely. So look, we are also coming from a long way, at Microsoft. I joined Microsoft 18 years ago, and where we are today, I can tell you it's completely different. There are, I would say, these are the challenges, that basically as finance also organization we used to have. And while they may look old, the reality is that I know a lot of companies are still struggling with them. First of all, multiple sources of truth. We all have seen the explosion of data. With that, several of companies and even ourselves at that time are still living with the legacy systems, created 20 years ago and are using static reports. They are not able to drill down to find the business insights. Data is the new strategic asset, in fact, for CFOs. And the amount of data is doubling every year in the world. And several of even our customers have not yet created their single source of the truth, which is critical for us as finance professionals. Moreover, inefficient decision-making process. Business is becoming more complex every day. Having all tools that were built for all business models is not helpful. This is especially challenging in times of uncertainty when we need to make rapid decisions and adjustments. And even ourselves, as Microsoft, we went through a major business transformation, moving, from one software in each PC, or software in each PC to the cloud computing world where we are now operating. The third point is several finance processes that our customers do are still manual. That leads to a lot of potential errors. Sometimes the people managing these processes are great on what they do, but subject to human error, closing, reconciliations, invoice processing, etc. At last, ineffective forward-looking analysis due to lack in data quality and advanced analytics models. So really around what is going to happen in the future was and is still in some situations a significant challenge for the CFOs.
Right. Now that's probably the sort of typical list of things you expect in every finance function. But what I think would be interesting to know, how did this change the shape and size of your function? I mean, as you went through these challenges, what did that mean for your function?
Definitely. So look, I mean, first of all, I don't know if the slides are moving here. Look, first of all, let me share the fact that our mission at Microsoft is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. In some ways, this slide shows best what that means for the finance organization at Microsoft. Historically, our finance headcount grew in lockstep with our business growth. And throughout our history, from 70s, 80s, as we added additional revenue, we added more people. However, post-financial crisis, we have been able to keep OPEX headcount relatively flat while our business continued to accelerate growth. In the past years, since 2009, headcount has grown only 15%, while revenue is up 145%. So the increased usage of standard tools and technology helps to drive productivity gain, more efficient in all our processes, but most importantly, more effective. But also, obviously, one important thing to consider here is that the headcount didn't go down, and we will look at it a little bit later. Our headcount stayed flat and even increased a little bit, as you could see. The thing is that the way we work has completely changed, and the way we do what we do also today as finance professionals at Microsoft is quite different, or significantly different, than what we used to do in the past.
Okay. And what does it mean for your KPIs, your productivity and efficiency as a function?
Yeah, so maybe look, this is kind of this is a slide that I like a lot, because this is really all about our journey, and how we have been able to evolve. I heard a lot earlier about Excel and so on, and look, our journey in simple terms started with the goal to turn data into action, by adding value to the business in the fastest and most relevant way. We want to speed up the time between data and action, basically. But before we could do that, it's important, because it's not like something that you can do just in one click. We had to work on preparing the data, cleaning up data, creating consistent taxonomies, moving it to the cloud, and creating the single source of truth, that I spoke about earlier. This was, in fact, the key foundation and the most critical step. So once data is clean and available, then we can start producing business intelligence. So in the beginning, we started with static reports in Excel that we all love. By the way, we still use Excel, so don't think that we are not using Excel. That could only tell what happened, okay? These reports did not allow the drill down capability and didn't produce insights for our business. Furthermore, the number of manual processes and work that we had to put together to build these reports and then produce actionable insights was huge. So Power BI came a few years later with data analytics and visualization, allowing interactive reporting, real-time financial information, combined information from multiple data sources, making meetings much more dynamic, helping us understand why it happened, basically, you know, and reducing, of course, the number of manual processes. But still, we could only look at the past and did not have the tools to help predict the future. The CFO needs to be able to walk people through the meaning behind data, storytelling, so that they understand the implications and next steps on the journey. So this is, as a next step, then we crossed the line, you know, and started looking at the future with advanced analytics and artificial intelligence. Today, with machine learning, we can now learn from the past to predict the future. We can know what will happen. That's really a critical change that happened to us, you know. Just as an example, we used to do our forecast. We used to be kind of an army of people doing forecast in the past. Today, we leverage this technology and we do it in a much more efficient and effective way. And finally, with the combination of machine learning, bots, and the Power Platform, we get to the position where we can say what to do, automating the decision-making process and moving fast from data to decision. So basically, we moved from a situation where standard, traditional finance is presenting the facts, the history. Today, at Microsoft, sometimes our business partners, they know about the history even before ourselves, because the data is live, available 24/7. So now we are moving to more towards driving the business and being part of the decision process with our business partners. Maybe the next slide. Sorry, Shabkhez, go ahead.
No, I'll bring up the next slide, but at the same time, it would be great to sort of learn what did it mean for the skill sets within the team. Are they mostly now finance people, or you've switched to other competencies to drive this change?
Yeah. So look, we still have our finance people are still finance professionals, you know, okay? The thing is that many of them today have developed, and it's very interesting because I was listening in the previous panel, the fact that we need to keep learning, and definitely, you know, many of our finance professionals have become data scientists. You know, we have even at Microsoft put in place a program internally for our own finance to go through a learning path, you know, and get to know and get to understand, you know, first of all, the basics of cloud computing, and then the possibility even to go up to develop certifications, you know. And this is a very interesting one, because at the end of the day, it's about empowering our people, you know. It's about, if you look at this slide, and this is kind of our transformation from before to now, it's about spending less time in transactional activities and more time delivering insight and leading our organization, you know, to make better decisions based on data and analytics. We want finance employees focusing on areas that technology still can't help us solve very well, like negotiating with business partners or looking for greenfield opportunities or managing complex projects, you know. So we basically moved, and today, even when I look at my team members, they are not at all into transactional finance. They are more around spending time, having the conversation with the business, thinking about what are the challenges, how can we fix them, what are the next opportunities for growth, what are the investments that we want to do, what are the strategic projects that we want to address. This is where our finance is today involved, Shabkhez.
Great. And what would you say is the most important ingredient for a successful transformation?
Yeah, so maybe look, that's and earlier I heard and it resonated a lot to me, the mindset, and basically it's the growth mindset. To look, to enable the journey to the digital transformation, we realize that culture change is needed across the entire, not only finance organization, the entire company. Without the right culture change, there will be no digital transformation. That's for sure. It will be a failure. And the reality is that, as I said earlier, our people, look, our population, our headcount has still been growing. But some people who didn't want to embrace the change, they couldn't stay, but the others, me, I'm part of them who decided to embrace it, are still around, So the key driver of our success is culture, and we fundamentally believe that we need a culture founded in a growth mindset. It starts with the belief that everyone can grow and develop, and we need to take risks. It's also, I heard earlier, the challenge for us as finance people that we are more conservative. No, we have to learn that it's critical, it's important to take risks. And in a growth mindset culture, failure is accepted. We celebrate failure, to some extent, because failure, when we take risk, we fail and we learn. And that's the mindset that we have established now for almost 10 years in our company. And look, we can exercise our growth mindset every day in three areas: diversity and inclusion. Look, the world is diverse. We don't just value differences, we seek them out and we invite them in. Myself, even, I had in the past my own biases and I went beyond them, And today I'm very happy to have a super diverse team representing the whole, Middle East and Africa region, And obviously, as a result, our ideas are better, our products are better, and our customers definitely are better served. The other piece is customer obsession. We will learn about our customers and their businesses and then bring solutions that meet their needs. And last but not least, the One Microsoft spirit. We are a family of individuals united by a single shared mission: empower every person and organization on the planet to achieve more through our technology and innovation. So this is a kind of a summary that, look, the culture piece was critical, and this is where all started, with our current CEO, Satya Nadella. It all started about the culture that I have to say was equally important to the quality of our technology.
Great. Now, Tarik, I know that maybe this requires a whole dedicated session, and hopefully
Yes.
we will get with support from ICAP, maybe we can organize one such session for all those interested to learn more about all of the levers that you have pulled to make this transformation happen for yourselves, as well as enabling it for the wider business world, right? So maybe we will have a more detailed session in the future, which covers all these, aspects. So is there any concluding note you would like to share? Because I'm conscious we are maybe running out of time now.
No, definitely no. Yes, that's what I noticed as well. I know I speak too much sometimes. It's the excitement, about sharing our experience. But look, very happy again. Those are the 4 pillars of our modern finance digital transformation. So PPA, we spoke about it also earlier. Strategy and forecasting, financial analysis and reporting, and risk management as well. Today, we leverage also machine learning to manage risk and mitigate risk in our company. So very happy in the future for if there some of the people here, companies are interested, very happy to engage, into a more detailed workshop, with my team, with some of my team members. And yeah, looking forward to it. And once again, Thank you very much, Shabkhez, and the whole team for this opportunity. Thank you very much.